Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into the empowering pages of The Three Secrets to Effective Time Investment by time management expert Elizabeth Grace Saunders. In this enlightening guide, Saunders outlines key methodologies to help you live intentionally, move beyond reactionary impulses, and invest your time in the commitments that truly enrich your life. She offers step-by-step strategies for crafting daily plans that honor your priorities, establishing routines that promote productivity, and surrounding yourself with a supportive network to ensure your continued success. Additionally, The Three Secrets to Effective Time Investment shines a spotlight on the emotional obstacles, such as guilt and shame, that can often sabotage our plans. Saunders provides insights on navigating these emotional hurdles to maintain a clear path toward your goals. Elizabeth Grace Saunders is not only the founder and CEO of the time coaching company Real Life E, but also a respected writer whose expert opinions have graced the pages of Forbes, Harvard Business Review, and Time magazine. Her global reach, assisting corporate clients and individuals across 6 continents, has solidified her reputation as an authority on time investment and productivity. This book is a must-read for freelancers seeking to impose structure on their flexible schedules, workaholics striving to find balance and the ability to disconnect, and the overly ambitious planners who habitually attempt to fit too many tasks into too little time. Join us as we explore how to harness Saunders' 3 secrets for more effective time investment and transform the way you organize your life. The 3 secrets to effective time investment. Achieve more success with less stress. Introduction. Unlock the secrets to mastering your minutes. TikTok. TikTok, the sound of the clock is relentless, and yet, every one of us, rich or poor, young or old, must dance to the same rhythm of 24 hours a day. Time and again, we fall into the trap of thinking that our time is an infinite pool to draw from. But that's simply not the reality. The truth? We often delude ourselves about what we can achieve between sunrise and sunset. Imagine your schedule as an overstuffed suitcase, bulging at the seams, threatening to burst. That's what happens when we sprinkle a dash of wishful thinking over our daily plans, believing we can juggle extended work hours, family commitments, social life, health pursuits, and personal downtime, all in a single spin of the earth, yet invariably something's going to slip through the cracks. Now picture this. What if your schedule wasn't a source of stress, but rather a canvas for creating a life that resonates with who you are and what you value? It's possible, and it starts with setting priorities and sculpting realistic objectives. By smartly investing your time, you can weave each minute with purpose and fulfillment. In this journey through the corridors of time management, we'll explore why successful individuals are not afraid to reach out for a helping hand, the power of appreciating the little joys sprinkled throughout your day, and how striving for perfection might actually be sapping your productivity. Ready to take the reins of your time and steer your life in the direction of significance and satisfaction? Let's embark on this transformative quest together. Part 1. Charting your life's course with action-oriented priorities. Imagine someone casually dipping into your wallet and helping themselves to your hard-earned cash. Outrageous, right? You'd probably draw the line there, yet, when it comes to time, equally precious and even more finite, our boundaries often become murkier. We find ourselves swamped with an excess of tasks from co-workers or ensnared by social engagements, and sometimes we're our own worst enemies, sinking into the quicksand of social media. Our time is constantly under siege by a world that craves it. So how can we ensure we're steering our ship and not being swept away by the currents? The key is to solidify your time into tangible, protective boundaries by realizing exactly what it is you're sailing towards. The first secret to effective time investment is to make action-based priorities. Start by asking yourself, What's my version of a successful life? Success is a personal treasure map. It shouldn't be sketched by society's expectations. Success could look like nurturing a hobby that brings you joy while maintaining a comfortable job. Or perhaps it's cherishing regular moments with your loved ones. Once you've unearthed what success truly looks like for you, create a treasure map of your genuine priorities. Place what matters most at the top, and arrange the rest in descending order of significance. Now, breathe life into your priorities with actions. If family dinners are the lodestone of your daily quest, reorient your commitments so you're stepping through your front door in time to sizzle some steaks on the grill. Life, though, is a journey on swirling seas, and your compass may need adjusting when unexpected storms or newfound treasures shift your course. You might prioritize a wellness voyage after a health scare, or make room in your busy hold for the riches of a new romantic adventure. Navigating by your values is not a set-and-forget cruise. It's a continuous dance of calibration. Keep pondering that guiding question: what crowns my life with success? And you'll always have your North Star shining brightly, guiding you home. Part 2. When emotions steer the timeship, navigating through your feelings. Laying out your priorities can give you a sense of direction, but holding the course requires more than just plotting points on a map, because deep within the waters of our psyche, there swirl powerful emotional undercurrents that can capsize even the most diligent planes. Ironically, it's often our own hands that untie the ropes and let the sails of self-sabotage billow freely. Maybe you finally started that part-time course you've dreamed about for years, only to drop out after a few months. Or you've let the lure of video games tempt you off course, away from your work responsibilities when deadlines loomed on the horizon. Finding out how to invest your time judiciously isn't just about creating a timetable. It's crucial to also understand the emotional tides that guide your actions. If you neglect these hidden currents, your plans could crash against the rocks of your inner turmoil. The key message here is: strong emotions can derail the best-laid plans unless you acknowledge them. Fear is a gale force that can easily knock you off course. The fear of failure, of ridicule, or of disappointing others can loom like a storm cloud on the horizon. Ignore these fears, and you may find yourself overwhelmed, veering into the choppy waters of anxiety and reacting defensively. However, these squalls need not throw you overboard. By recognizing your fears, you turn the spotlight on them and diminish their intensity. You can even channel them into a driving wind that pushes you forward. Then there are the hidden reefs of guilt and shame. Guilt might surface when your expectations of yourself reach unrealistic depths. You link your value to your productivity and service to others. Shame emerges when your goals feel out of reach, shrouding you in darkness. Guilt and shame can send you drifting beyond your boundaries, leaving you sailing in circles as you try to appease others. It's a tempest that can prevent you from making genuine decisions about your own time. To navigate these choppy seas, recognize your emotions and treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend. Evaluate what's genuinely your responsibility and set a course that doesn't overburden your ship. Seek out a crew, friends and family, who offer unconditional support, accepting you for who you are, not just what you do. Emotions like fear, guilt, and shame are familiar passengers aboard life's voyages, particularly during times of change. Remember, if you welcome them aboard as allies rather than adversaries, they can guide you to the shores of a life invested meaningfully in time. Part 3. Fostering optimism. Your secret weapon in time management. Picture yourself stepping into an important job interview, your mind buzzing like a swarm of bees, each one a thought fraught with anxiety. Now, reshape that scenario. Imagine walking in full of poise, your responses flowing with ease, a sense of connection with your interviewers affirming your every word. Seems a bit too sunny. We've been shadowed by negative expectations for so long that the brightness of optimism can feel foreign, almost foolish. The truth, however, is that positive thinking can be just as grounded in reality, and it comes with the power to enhance our performance. Consider this. A group of women on a weight loss journey discovered that those who believed they could shed the pounds were the ones who actually did. The key message here is, cultivating a positive mindset is essential to achieving your goals. Optimism is most effective when paired with a pinch of pragmatism. In the context of weight loss, the women who anticipated effort in their journey ended up lighter, by an average of 24 pounds, compared to those who expected an easy path. Realistic optimists don't just rely on luck, they trust their capacity for effort and their resilience to the trials ahead. If you find that the garden of your mind is overcrowded with pessimism, don't fret. Optimism can be nurtured and trained like a muscle until it becomes a part of your mental reflexes. Where to begin? Start with the art of thankfulness. No matter the chaos of your current job or how steep the mountain of household chores seems, there are always gems of goodness laying around. Gratitude can bloom from the tiniest seeds, clean water running from your tap, or the warmth of a simple chat with a coworker. The next step is to fine-tune your inner narrative. In a quiet space, tune into the radio of your mind. What's it broadcasting? If it's a critical voice echoing doubts and insecurities, remember that you have the power to change the station. Meditation can serve as an equalizer here, helping you tune in to the actual content of your thoughts, all while reducing your stress levels and creating space for inquiry. With meditation establishing a serene mind backdrop, you can now introduce affirmations. Positive statements like, "I am confident and worthy," into your daily script. It may feel awkward at the outset to recite these uplifting mantras, but persistence is key. As time goes on, you'll notice these once alien phrases becoming part of your self-concept narrative, helping you invest your time in goals with a newfound optimism. Part 4. Realism. The second beacon for time investment mastery. Envision your morning commute. You aim for punctuality, yet somehow the minutes betray you and once again you're racing against the clock. You've allotted yourself a neat 20 minutes, if the traffic lights bless you with eternal green. Here lies the quirk of time optimism, a hopeful yet often misplaced belief in our ability to bend the fabric of time to our will. Time optimists are those ambitious souls who ambitiously slot in laundry marathons and gourmet dinners into post-work evenings, while magically overseeing homework or packing their work days with back-to-back commitments. Living on a wishful timetable is a shortcut to stress, an unwelcome revelation when reality sets in. The second secret to proper time investment is simple yet crucial. The key message is, the second secret to effective time investment is to set realistic expectations about how much you can do. This aura of temporal overambition is often a symptom of a deeper ailment, perfectionism. Striving for flawless execution in every task, we cram our to-do lists until they're bulging, ironically sapping our productivity. Perfectionism can lead us to fixate on the minutiae, or worse, freeze us in our tracks with overwhelm. To move toward realism, let go of the relentless drive for perfection and embrace your authentic self. If you're someone who struggles to greet the dawn, scratch the illusion of 5 a.m. jogs and homemade breakfasts. Adjust your sails, streamline your mornings by laying out your attire and pre-packing your lunch the night before. Embracing realistic goals is akin to unshackling yourself. There's a serene freedom in living within your actual means. As you gain clarity on the preciousness of your hours, each choice becomes more deliberate, more aligned with your true priorities. But what about when the tide of expectations surges in from external shores, like a boss with an impossible workload or friends who assume you're forever on call? In these cases, hone your skill at articulating no and become a diplomat in the art of expectation management. Consider a forthright chat with your boss, where you map out your capacity and highlight which tasks will be voyaging on the frontiers of urgency. Or allow your phone to rest in the haven of voicemail, returning to the realm of social connections on your own terms. By setting realistic expectations, you navigate a path that is less about reaching unreachable horizons and more about enjoying the journey of your days. Part 5. Establishing Enduring Habits, the cornerstone of time mastery. Within the bustling corridors of Silicon Valley, Facebook's COO, Sheryl Sandberg, stands as a testament to the power of routine. Despite helming a role that's relentlessly demanding, she draws a line in the sands of time daily, exiting her office at 5:30 p.m. to ensure she's home for a family dinner at 6 o'clock. Sandberg enshrined her commitment to family within a steadfast routine, transforming priority into practice. Routines serve as the backbone of a well-structured day. By reducing the need to constantly weigh choices, they provide precious mental reserves for the tasks that truly matter. The third secret to effective time investment is to strengthen simple routines. Habits and routines don't just work wonders for those looking to curtail their work hours. They're also a lifeline for those seeking to amplify their productivity. Consider the freelancer whose workday is a blank canvas. Without structure, the day can slip away, unused. The author once assisted a prominent author battling to hunker down to her craft. With high expectations hanging in the air and her recent ADHD diagnosis adding to her concentration woes, the pressure was mounting. Together, they sculpted a straightforward morning routine, rising early and pairing the tranquility of morning with a comforting cup of coffee and her manuscript. This straightforward regimen led to steady, rewarding progress, and by mid-morning she could embrace the remainder of her day, her significant work already accomplished. You might recoil at the thought of routines, remembering childhood days constrained by monotonous schedules. The fear that routines could douse the flames of spontaneity and creativity is common, but, in reality, when thoughtfully crafted, they do the opposite. A routine that aligns with your goals ensures that your highest contributions are met each day, liberating you to savor the remaining hours, free from the shackles of unfinished tasks. So, how does one weave these patterns into the fabric of everyday life? The answers unfold in the following exploration. Part 6. 4 Steps to Crafting Routines that Revolutionize Your Time. Convinced of the life-altering potential of routines but feel a bit overwhelmed at the prospect of starting one? Fear not, for the path to embedding powerful habits into your daily life can be charted in 4 clear steps. The first step is to crystallize what to do. Turn to your priority list, drawn from the roadmap of your life's aspirations, and select a single priority to nurture through action. Say you flagged health as a critical focus. Your chosen action might be a brisk 20-minute jog each morning. The key message here is, you can create your own effective routines by following 4 easy steps. Having pinpointed the action, venture into the second step. Visualize this routine vividly, but do so with a realist's eye for obstacles. Consider the time investment required for this activity. Can it seamlessly integrate into your routine without upheaval? Foresee potential setbacks. For instance, with running earmarked as your routine, ponder the plan of action for rainy days. Perhaps a yoga session indoors could be a substitute. With any barriers acknowledged, you can move forward with visualizing the routine's operational details. Preparing the night before, such as setting out your running gear or establishing the crucial first step for the morning, are prime examples of this prep work. With the blueprint in place, you advance to step 3, implementation. Embrace the initial awkwardness or resistance that might bubble up. Persist through the discomfort, embracing the disorder as part of the process. The journey then leads to the 4th milestone, the review phase. Applaud even the smallest of victories. If your weekly routine is proving better than none at all, that's a win. Assess the routine's effectiveness, fine-tune, and persevere. Mastering the art of sticking to these habits is no simple feat, but it's the next and final piece of our puzzle in mastering effective time investment. Part 7. The Power of Support. Enlisting help to achieve your dreams. Even a seasoned time coach, an expert in the orchestration of hours and minutes, can stumble over her own schedule's hurdles. When the author faced the daunting task of penning a book proposal, the specter of failure loomed large, casting a shadow of inner resistance. She had carved out weekly pockets of time for the task, but she knew the ticking clock wouldn't be enough to keep her accountable. She needed allies in her corner. The solution? To recruit accountability partners, the cheerleaders of your goal-setting sports team who will rally around you, especially when the journey gets steep and the motivation wanes. They are the critical support network for those daunting long-term quests, and without this form of accountability, enthusiasm may dwindle like the last flicker of a candle. The key message here is, to be successful, ask for help in achieving your goals. The best accountability companions are those with whom you can be unwaveringly honest. They should be deeply invested in your success and still retain a clear-eyed view from the sidelines. These confidants can be found across your landscape of relationships from personal to professional realms. Consider the frequency and form of contact that will effectively keep you on the trail, customizing discussions to the nature of your goals. For the aspiring marathoner, a daily jog journal shared over WhatsApp may be the ticket. For the academic lost in a labyrinth of dissertation research, a weekly dispatch of drafted pages to a peer may keep the compass pointing true. There's also strength in numbers. Group accountability harnesses the formidable force of collective commitment. From the well-trodden paths of Alcoholics Anonymous to the camaraderie of a book club, shared endeavors fortify individual resolves. In such gatherings, a sense of solidarity crystallizes, each person's progress buoyed by the collective tide. Organizations, too, can conjure an environment of mutual accountability, not only to enhance productivity, but also to nurture well-being. Consider Adobe's strategic approach. Company-wide vacations to ensure staff disengage completely, shaking off the weight of endless inboxes. Upon return, employees are rejuvenated, the workplace's collective pulse refreshed. Sailing solo has its merits, but when it comes to the vast oceans of our goals, sometimes it's the crew we choose that ensures we reach our cherished destinations. Final summary. In the ceaseless ebb and flow of life's demands, many of us succumb to the whims of our emotional tides, letting fear and guilt dictate a frantic quest to pack our days to the brim. Yet time remains an unyielding finite resource. Disregard this truth, and we find ourselves adrift in stress and exhaustion, with our relationships floundering in the wake. To navigate through these turbulent time waters, there are 3 key secrets that can guide us to calmer seas and a more purposeful existence. The first is to ascertain our action-based priorities, identifying what truly matters to us and translating that into tangible daily actions. Secondly, we must ground our ambitions in realism, setting expectations for what we can achieve within the bounds of our allotted hours. Lastly, the formation of simple yet sturdy routines provides the structure to keep us aligned with our objectives, regardless of life's distractions or our own inner resistance. Investing our time wisely isn't about restricting our freedom, but about creating a framework within which we can flourish, ensuring that every tick of the clock moves us closer to our true goals and the life we endeavor to lead. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.